What up? This is Rap Hits. And look, Tory Lanez got caught lacking in prison. I'm going to tell you why he got caught lacking, the real reason. So, look, first of all, Tory Lanez, he got poked up like 14 times. They're saying in his face, the back of the head, his chest, and he got hit up real bad. So, look, they're saying both of his lungs collapsed from the attack. So he got, I guess, punctured lungs is what it sounds like. And they weren't able to operate on him in the prison, so they had to helicopter him to the local hospital where they started working on him. And it sounds like he might be in stable condition. It's not sure because there's some reports saying he's in critical. Other reports are saying he's stable. So we'll have to see if he pulls through from this, because it could go either way right now with these mixed reports coming out. So there's also reports saying that he's now speaking regularly. So he's coherent and able to talk as normal right now. They're saying allegedly. That's the reports coming out. So we'll see if he's gonna be okay from this, because you really don't know until we get more information about this. But look, the real reason why he got caught lacking is simple. It's because he refused to go to PC. You know that. I mean, if he would have went to PC, he would have most likely been protected and safe. He's a celebrity. But instead, he has this complex about him where he wants to prove he's tough and from the trenches and he's street. He wants to show everybody. So he said, put him in Gen Pop. He demanded to be put in Gen Pop with everybody else. And these are real life hitters up in there. Like, these people in there are in there for a reason. Like, they got caught up in something where, whether they did it or not, they got caught up in something where a lot of people probably did do what they're accused of. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody can be innocent. So he's in there with a lot of people from, you know what I'm saying, parts of life that are willing to do something to you. You know, they're not wrapped too tight. You know, it can go down up in there. So Tory Lanez, you know what I'm saying, is in a very dangerous place. It sounds like it's in California or something. So, yeah. And then, you know that Tory Lanez, you know, he has this issue where he wants to show everyone he's street, because you could see that how he didn't take the stand during the Megan Thee Stallion trial. When they said he did that to Megan Thee Stallion, now he's from jail talking about there's DNA testing that excludes his fingerprints from the whipping. So he's trying to say that this evidence was withheld and that, you know what I'm saying, he was excluded from the DNA testing. He said at first it was inconclusive. Then there was another test that showed that he was excluded. And so they had other people's DNA on it as well. Then now he's saying that the DNA samples were all used up, so they can't even, you know what I'm saying, sample anything else. And so, look, how you know this Tory Lanez is wanting to be tough and showing the world he's tough is because why didn't he get on stand and explain that he didn't do nothing? I mean, to me, Tory Lanez seems like the type of person that could have got away with telling. I mean, you know, even that dude from New York, Troy Ave, it sounds like Troy Ave testified and told the courts his role in that situation. He spoke up to clear his name. So did Hurricane Chris. You know what I'm saying? He told everybody what he did. He got up on stand and said what exactly played out that night. So it's no more guesswork. Tory Lanez didn't have enough to humble himself to do that. I believe if anybody could get away with talking and telling on stand, it would have been Tory Lanez, because he's not necessarily a street person in my view. Like, he doesn't have to go that route where, you know, a lot of the people like Dirk and, you know, people from the trenches and people in the rap game from the drill scene and all that, a lot of rappers even, for the most part, I could see why they wouldn't want to tell, because they feel like they could possibly ruin their career if they got on stand and testified. Tory Lanez, I don't put him in that lane. Like I know Tory Lanez raps and everything, but it's like people like him, Tory Lanez and Drake, I think they could get away with telling. Like you see Drake suing, it looks crazy, suing for getting beat in that rap beef. So Tory Lanez could have got away, in my opinion, with telling. He should have got up there and testified if he didn't do it. Don't wait until you get, you know what I'm saying, convicted to start trying to find your way out that jam and get free. I think Tory Lanez, his opportunity was during trial. He should have, if he's saying that Kelsey might have been the one to let off a round at Megan Thee Stallion, it sounds like it could have possibly been a scuffle, you know what I'm saying, and Tory Lanez might have even tried to wrestle the thumper away from Kelsey. Who knows? You know, there's all type of speculation about what could have really happened, but I think it's possible that Tory Lanez didn't do that. He just didn't want to testify because his street credibility issue. He was worried about his street credibility, so it sounds like that's the reason why he refused to testify, and I think that was his mistake. If he didn't do it, he should have made it clear what happened that night, because now nobody knows really what happened that night. All we heard is the prosecutors telling us what happened that night. You didn't really have Tory Lanez's side of the story, or even that bodyguard that was in there. So, yeah, Tory Lanez could have went to PC, though, and saved himself all of this, or he could have took that plea deal, they're saying, where if he would have took that plea deal, he would have been probably out. I don't know. He might have been out by now. Who knows? But I know it was considerably less time they would have gave him if he would have just took that plea deal. But he didn't want to, though, and I understand why. Because now, look, let's say he somehow beats this on appeal. Well, if he beats this on appeal, he really has a case now for pain and suffering. He could sue. I don't know who he could sue. He could sue probably somebody, though. I'm thinking, like, if he somehow can get this tossed out and get his conviction reversed with new evidence or through appeal process, he's gonna have a case now because he's maintained his innocence the whole time. So now he really has an opportunity to sue, and maybe that's why he could have a hit on him. So, like I said, we're gonna talk about the real reason why he got called lacking. Well, it could be something to do with his appeal, because, well, he's going against Roc Nation now. So it sounds like Megan Thee Stallion is affiliated with Roc Nation. That's the word. And, you know, they're protecting their artists. And you never know. You never know if Tory Lanez's appeal might expose what really happened that night. And maybe this hit was about that being prevented. So it's very possible that Tory Lanez might be on his way to beat his case and prove his innocence, and somebody might be trying to shut that up. Now, Tory Lanez got a lot of money in there. So, I mean, on the outside, he got money. He's been producing and he's been releasing a lot of songs since he's been locked up. He's been having a lot of collection of released material plus new material coming out. He put an album out of all new material, and so he's continuing to bring in revenue since he's been gone. So it sounds like money's not probably a big issue right now for him. He probably can still generate a decent revenue from inside by releasing his songs and his albums, but you would have thought he would have been able to pay somebody to protect him better than that up in there. So this could have something to do with maybe people are trying to extort him in there. It's possible he could be trying to get, people could be trying to get money out of him because he's a celebrity. These people might be thinking, well, you know what I'm saying, pay me, you know what I'm saying? Pay me to protect you. And obviously, if he's paying anyone to protect him, they're not doing a good job then. Because if he's paying people to protect him, how did he get hit up like that? Or did he miss a payment? Or is somebody in there trying to get money out of him and he's refusing, trying to stand his ground and not paying them? And then maybe they did this as, you know what I'm saying, as a message to him, but it wasn't really a message. It was more like they were trying to straight up unalive him. So We got a lot of scenarios that we covered in this video. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section, because, you know what I'm saying, it's a very sketchy situation, how this all went down. It definitely looks like there's a hit on Tory Lanez. He's going to have to try to get transferred out of that prison into another facility somewhere way across the country or something, because, look, he's in danger if they send him back there. It's like he just went through all this for them to send him back there. Plus, he's a high-profile celebrity, so this is not going to look good on that prison system for him getting poked up like that. You know what I'm saying? It's more attention to what's going on inside these prisons. Like, you shouldn't have to, if you got to do time, that doesn't mean you should have to go through that, where, you know what I'm saying, there's no protection. You know what I'm saying, stuff like this can happen. It's like, I think there needs to be something to where this, I think this is going to draw a lot of attention to this cause, because really you shouldn't have to be in danger just because you know, made a mistake in life and ended up in prison. That doesn't mean you should end up in a place where where they can do that to you in there. There needs to be better protection for the inmates, obviously, because I think this is going to cause, you know what I'm saying, a lot of attention to the prison system. And maybe now this will be his purpose. Maybe now he's going to fight for some type of prison reform or a way to make this from, you know, to stop this type of stuff from happening. Who knows what he might, you know, what mission he might take on. Maybe he's going to sue them. Who knows? But sounds like he's doing okay. From what I'm hearing, he might be in stable condition right now. Others are saying it's critical. So at this point, you might hear the next day that he, you know, maybe he's unalived, or maybe he pulls through. Who knows? It sounds like we're in this balance right now where you're not even sure if he's gonna pull through. I know I'm not. I'm not sure he's gonna pull through until, you know what I'm saying, a week or two goes by, and, you know what I'm saying, we hear that he's not in a coma. He's alert and recovering and in stable condition. You know what I'm saying? Until we hear this type of stuff coming out in the media, we can't really be so sure he's gonna pull through at this point. It sounds like a very serious situation he got himself tangled up in the prison. He's gonna have to definitely go to PC if he goes back. Like, that's dumb for him. If he goes back, he's probably gonna you know what I'm saying, be in the hospital ward of the prison, and even that place ain't really that safe, you would think. Like, I don't know how safe it is in the hospital ward in those prisons either at this point. But he's gonna have to finish up his sentence, I guess, unless he can beat this appeal. And he's gonna probably have to make that decision to go to PC at this point. I think that would be his best move, is to go to PC and stop trying to prove to everyone that he's tough. I think he needs to just cut that out and go ahead and do his time at PC. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Tory Lanez, he's a talented artist, and it's not really cool to see this going on. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people can relate to that. Like, this ain't really what it is. You know, this ain't cool to see somebody that, you know, got jammed up in a situation that was so uncertain. You know what I'm saying? That whole night, what happened, what really happened, or what didn't happen, or all that. For him to be going through this just seems extreme, and he's gonna have to make better decisions from here on out to protect himself. So yeah, that's it, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comment section and all that. Let's get over 100 likes on this video. Also, let's see, make sure you subscribe and follow Rap Hits on social media. All links are in the comment section in the description box. I'm out.